today's session. In this session, we will discuss about the operation of sets. So, in coming to the operation of sets, we have union of sets. In my previous session, we already discussed about the union of sets, right? So, the second thing you learn about here is intersection of sets, and the third one is difference of sets, and last one is complement of a set. So, out of these four, we already discussed about the union of sets. So, we will write A union B as A union B, right? The symbol U is used to denote the union of sets. So, what do you mean by union? Union of two sets. The set of elements which consist, if you say union, a set which consists all the elements of A and all the elements of B and also the common elements. So, which are present in both the sets. Means, if you are writing A union B, then you need to write the elements which are in A and also which are in B also, and the common elements also we will write, and there is no repetition here. Means, the set of elements X is such that, so here the X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Means, set of elements which are in A or either which are in B. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ elements ನಾವು ಬರಿತೀವಿ. A union B ಬರಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we will write all the elements. This is the symbol used to denote the A union B. And I also given one example. See here, if A is equals to 2, 4, 6, right? So, B is equals to what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. If they have given here two sets, if we write A union B is equals to what? All the elements of A and also all the elements of B, which are either in A or ಎರಡು elements in the variable. So, write in order. So, first 1. So, 1 is not there. Then also we need to write while writing the union. So, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So, 2, 4 are present in both the sets, right? So, then also we have written only one time. There is no repetition of the letters. So, the elements which are either in A or in B, or you can write the common elements also. So, A union B is equals to what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, in this way we will find out the A union B. And also we discussed about the Venn diagram. So, how to draw the Venn diagram for A union B? So, consider one rectangle in that. So, U means what? Universal sets. Here U, and we have drawn two sets, that is subset A, B. So, here this set is what? A and this set is B. A union B means, so it is U indicates what? Universal set and A B sets. So, A union B means we will write all the elements of A. Right. This indicates what? Intersection of these two indicates what? The common elements which are in A and B. So, we will include those elements also, and also we include the elements of B. Right. So, this indicates what? The shaded region indicates A union B. So, the shaded region indicates what? A union B. So, this is all about the union of sets. After this, we will learn some properties, right? We need to have some we need to know about some properties. See here, in union of sets. So, properties of union of sets. In that, the first property is commutative property. See here, A union B is equals to B union A. Yes, because if you find out the A union B, that answer should be equals to B union A. Means if you interchange the sets, the answer will remains the same. See one example I will give here. This property is called what? Commutative. So it is a commutative property under the union. See here, A union B is equals to B union A. Example see here. So A is equals to 1, 2, 3, right? B is equals to what? So I will take up to 5. What is A union B here? A union B is equals to, directly I will write set of all elements of A and also all the elements of B and also the elements which are common to both A and B also. So there is no repetition. So 1, 2, 3. So here also 1, 2, 3 is there, and inside B 2 more elements are there. So in this way we will write the A union B. So what happens if you consider B union A? Again B union A means B is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and A is 1, 2, 3. So these 3 elements are common, right? So again the answer will remain the same. That's why A union B is equals to B union A. That's why the commutative property holds good for the union of sets, right? So next, coming to the next property, that is associative property. So the second property is associative. Sorry, first I will write the property. A union B union C. So A union B union C is A. I will write the bracket B union C first. So A union bracket B union C. This is equals to, we need to interchange the bracket here. A union B union C. So A union B union C is equals to A union B bracket complete and union C. So this property is what? Associative property. So we will take 3 sets here, A, B, C, and we need to prove this statement, right? So see here one example. So A, B, C, right? Set B is equals to what? I will take singleton set. A set which has only one element is called what? Singleton set. So here B is a singleton set. So I will take set C as A, E, I, O, U. Right. So we need to prove first we need to take first LHS part. So what is there here? A union B union C. Right. So here A set is what? A, B, C. Right. Union B union C. So what is B union C? If you combine two sets, what is the answer? We know that B contains only one element, that is C. So here it has 5 elements. So write in order just. You need to combine these two sets, that is union of sets. So A, after that C, E, I, O, U. This is your B union C. Directly I wrote here. So there is no repetition, nothing is there. So B is C and B contains the element C, and here C contains the elements A, E, I, O, U. So B union C is this one. Again you need to make the union of A, B, C and union A, C, E, I, O, U. So what is the answer? So you need to write all the elements present in this set also and here also, either in A or in B, either in A or in B union C. You need to write all the elements and you do not repeat the elements, and even you need to write the common elements also. So here A is there. Here is also A. Then also here A. Next B, C, E, I, O, U. So your answer is this one. This is what? This is what? A intersection. Sorry, A union B union C. Similarly, if you do this one, A union B first and later union C, again you will get the same answer. See here. So you understood this one, how to do? First you need to find out the B union C, and afterwards that set again you need to union with the A set. So this is the LHS part. So coming to the RHS part. So see here, what is that? A union B union C. Here first we need to find out the A union B. What is A union B here? A union B. You will get A, B, C only. All the elements of A also, and anyhow B contains only one element. That's why C. So this you need to union with A, E, I, O, U. What is the answer? So A, B, C and A. Again you will get the same answer. So A, B, C, E, I, O, U. So this is A union B union C. So both the answers are same only. That's why A union B union A union bracket B union C is equals to A union B bracket complete union C. So if you interchange the brackets, the answer will remain the same. Understood? Associative property. So it holds good for any example. If you take any three sets, it holds good for commutative property also, associative property also. So A union bracket B union C bracket complete. This is equals to A bracket A union B bracket complete union C. This is the associative property. So coming to the third property. So that is law of union. So what is law of union? So union, law of union, U union A is equals to U will get. So if you make a, if you take universal set, union A is equals to, again you will get it as a union only. So this is what? Law of union. So we will prove it. Again we will take one example and we will prove. This is what? Law of union. If you take the union with any, if you take any element with universal set, means if you take A, B, C, whatever with union. So universal set, union with universal set, you will always get the universal set. Why? Because universal set is the basic set. It includes all the sets and also other elements of itself, right? So you will always get the here union also. That's why it is law of union. So see here, universal set contains so on up to say 100. Right. So A and B are what? Subsets. So it contains only the numbers from say 5. Then if you will combine, that is union, universal union A. Then what do you mean by union of sets? Set of all elements of set first set, and also the elements present in A also. We need to write all the elements which are present in the both the sets. So again you will get answer as, so 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are present in union, of course. That's why your answer is what? So which is nothing but a universal set. So if you take union with any sets, means universal set with any set. If you take A, B, C like that, so always you will get again a universal set. That is the law of union. Remember this one. Next one is the law of identity element. So law of identity element. So A union null set. So tell me what happens if you add any element with the add not. So if you take union with the null set, what happens? So first of all, what do you mean by null set? So the set which doesn't contain any element, then the set is said to be what? Null set. So what happens if you take union with null set? What is the answer? So you will get it as A only. So it is a law of identity. So law of identity. See, if you take A as 1, 2, 3, then null set is what? It doesn't contain elements. It is indicated by the symbol like this. Doesn't contain element. So what happens if you take union with the null? So again you will get the 1, 2, 3 only, because 1, 2, 3 union null set is union null set, right? So what you get? So 1, 2, 3 only. So in this way, if you take any element with null set, means you will get the element itself. If you make union with even it holds good for null set union A also. Just now commutative property. So if you take any element with union with null set, always you will get the element itself. So even it holds good for B also. Means if you take sets, so you will always get the element that set itself. So the set itself you will get. So here A is set now. Again, if you take C like this, BC, again you will get the same set also, same set. Why? Because null set doesn't contain any elements. That's why your set will not vary. So always you will get the same element. That is same set only. So here null set is the identity element for union. It indicates what? Null set is the identity element for union. So we already know that which is the additive identity element, that is 0. 0 is the additive identity element. So 1 is the 0 is the additive identity element. 0 क्या है था? Additive identity element. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity is 1 and additive identity is 0. So multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity. Understood? So A union null set is equals to A. So coming to the next property, that is fifth property. So it is idempotent law. Fifth property. So what is that one? Idempotent law. So here, if you take the A union A, you will again get the A only. So if you take the set A union again the set A, you will get the A itself. Because both are same, no? Both sets are same only. That's why you will get the answer as the same set only. So this law is called idempotent law. Idempotent law. Similarly, just now I solved how I solved in commutative associative property example. By taking any one example, you solve this one. So first, you can take anything, any set. So say set of ovals like this, and again you make union with that set only. So A, E, I, O, U. Again you make union with the A, E, I, O, U only. So both the sets are same. Again the answer is A only. This property is called idempotent law. Right. So these are the properties of union of sets. So next one is we already discussed about the union of sets. Now the second one is intersection of sets. So the intersection of two sets, that is A and B, is the set of elements which are common to both the sets. Here we will not write all the elements. Here we will only write the common elements which are present in the both sets. Common means A ಒಳಗ ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ B ಒಳಗೂ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದ್ರೊಳಗ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವನ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಬರಿತಿದ್ವಿ, A ಯೂನಿಯನ್ B ಒಳಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರಿತಿದ್ವಿ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ A ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವು, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವು B ಒಳಗೂ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವು, ಕಾಮನ್ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವು. ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ A ಯೂನಿಯನ್ B ಆಸ್ ಒನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ A intersection B ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So the symbol used here is like this. So it is called what? Intersection. So here we will write only the common elements. So the elements which are common to both the sets, then those elements we need to write in the intersection of sets. So in symbolically we can write it as, so A intersection B is equals to X is such that X belongs to A. Union again baritidre symbolically, X is such that, so we will write in A union B as X is such that X belongs to A. There I will use word or. So X belongs to B. Or ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯೂನಿಯನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥೆರಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಚ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ. ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ intersection of it. So intersection B is equals to X is such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. So coming to the union, their elements which are either in A or in B. ಎರಡರೊಳಗೂ ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗಾಗಲ್ಲ, the elements X belongs to A and X belongs to B. That's why here the word and is used. So or ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ union ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, and ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ intersection ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. See one example based on that intersection. This is about the intersection of sets. See here. So I will take an example. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So B is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will take up to 6. Here we need to find A intersection B. So here we will write the common elements which are in A and in B. So here 2 is there, here is also 2. So here 4, 4, 6, 6. So 8, 10. Here there is no 8 and 10 elements are there. So here 1, 3 and 5 will remain. Here there are no there is no 1 and also 3 also 5 also. So here only we will write common elements. Which are those? So 2, 4 and 6. So 2, 4, 6. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಬರೆದರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? This is about the union, intersection. Intersection ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಯಾವ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಮುಗಿದಿಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and even 8 and 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಎರಡರೊಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಾರ್ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಒಳಗೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ವೆನ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, A intersection B. So Venn diagram for this is, see here, So again, consider one rectangle. So union is always use the rectangle. Okay. So its surface denoted by using the surface. So intersection. This is the set A. This is the set B. So A intersection B ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ common elements ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So this is the place where we need to write the common elements. Here. This is what A intersection B. So the shaded portion indicates what A intersection B. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ A ಒಳಗ B ಒಳಗ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಕಾಮನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ 3 ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ A B C ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಗೇನ್ ಈ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮನ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಸೆಟ್ A, ಸೆಟ್ B, ಅಗೇನ್ ಸೆಟ್ C. ಇದು C A B ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂರಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾಮನ್ ಯಾವುದು? ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ತರ. So based on this, so many problems we will solve. So this is the Venn diagram for the intersection of sets. So next one is disjoint sets. As the name itself indicates, disjoint means there is no common elements between the two sets. If you consider two sets, that is A and B, are the two sets such that A intersection B is equals to what? Null set. So it indicates what? A intersection B is equals to null set. It indicates disjoint set. Means ಈಗ A ಒಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು B ಒಳಗೆ ಇರಂಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎರಡು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸೆಟ್ಸಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಬಾಲಿಕಲಿ A intersection B is equals to null set ಈ ತರ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ then A and B are said to be what? Disjoint sets. So Venn diagram for this is, so consider this set as A, this set as B. Because there is no common elements, no? That's why there is no intersection of the two circles. So this is about the disjoint of sets. Here union. See here an example. If A is say 2, 4, 5, 6, right? So B I will take it as A, B, C. Or you can take numbers only. Okay. So I will take 1, 3, 7, 9. Is there any common numbers between both the sets? So that both the sets are completely different because here 2, 4, 5, 6. These elements are not present in B. See here 1, 3, 7, 9. Again 1, 3, 7 are no one, not even single element is present in A. That's why it is equals to null set because there are no common elements. So this is the example for disjoint sets. So remember this one, A intersection B is equals to null set means what? Those sets are said to be disjoint sets. So next one is the properties on the operation of intersection. So the properties of operation of intersection. So just now we discussed about the properties of union. Like that, here we will discuss about the properties of intersection based on the. Here first one is A intersection B is equals to B intersection A. So it is a commutative law. If you use here union means A union B is equals to B union A. So similarly how we proved in the union, no, we need to prove here. We will take A as 2, 3 and B as what? Say 1, 2, 3. So again if you will take intersection, you will get 2, 3 because 2 and 3 are present in B also. So again if you will interchange the sets, that is B intersection A, again you will get the same answer. So commutative law holds good for the intersection of sets. So second property is associative property. So these are properties you can prove by yourself also by using just you take the examples. It's your choice. Either you will take alphabets also number system or integers. So the second property is what? Associative property. That is A intersection bracket B intersection C. This is equals to A intersection B bracket intersection C. So here you need to consider the three sets. So that first you need to in those sets first you need to take the intersection between the B and C, and later onwards whatever you have got the answer here, again you need to make the intersection with set A, and this answer is equals to you need to prove with the RHS part. So this is what associative law. So the third property is C. So A intersection null set. So if you make a set A intersection with null set, so what you will get here? So take here A, one example, A has 1, 2, right? So if you null set contains no elements, so what is the answer? A intersection null set means there is no common elements between the sets. So your answer is null set. So if you take the intersection with any set with null set, that answer should be always equals to what? Null set. So A intersection null set is equals to what? Null set. So coming to the next one, if we will take the intersection with union. So union intersection A. So what will you get here? Union intersection A. Union means what? It contains all the elements, even the elements of A also, because it is a basic set. So union intersection A means what is your answer here? Again, and in that you need to take the intersection between the sets, means you will get the set itself. See here. If you take union as 1 to 10 and A is what? Subset. So in that I will take 2, 3, 4. So union intersection A means again you will get the elements 2, 3, 4 only, because you need to take the common elements between these two sets. So your answer is equals to 2, 3, 4. That is equals to 8. So that's why A intersection null set is equals to what? Null set. So if you take any element with an intersection with null set, your answer is always equals to null set. So if you take intersection with the union, that is universal. U intersection A means you will get the same element itself. So next one is the idempotent law. That is A intersection A is equals to what? A only. So since we have taken the same elements, if you intersect these two elements, again you will get the element A only. So this property is what? Idempotent law. So this law is called what? Law of null set. So law of null set and union. So coming to the last property, that is distributive property. So see here, distributive property. See, fifth one is distributive property. So A is, see here, B intersection C. This is equals to, so here union is distributive over intersection. So A union bracket B intersection C. So it can be written as, first here I am writing A union B. A union B, and here intersection B union C. So this property is what? Distributive property. So here A union B, first I am writing that element. So A union B. Afterwards you need to multiply A union with first B and next with the C. So A union into E intersection A union into C. In this way we will write the distributive law. This law is called what? Distributive law. So distributive law. So again, this is what union is distributive over intersection. If I will take intersection for first and later union, see here intersection is distributive over union. How will you write this one? This A intersection, first you need to multiply B, that is A intersection. First you need to take the B and this union keep it as it is. Here A intersection C. So in this way the distributive property is there. So here this one is union is distributive over the intersection. Here intersection is distributive over the union. So this is about the intersection of sets, disjoints of sets and also the properties of intersection of sets. So in my next session we will discuss about the difference of sets and complements of the